Greetings, fellow refugees of the Milky Way galaxy. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Outpost Zero, Episode 15, Welcoming Refugees. And Kodiak it is, so save up for Kodiak. Don't bother with the geothermal. A camp assault. It's broken. I know I clicked off on it quick, but it had no details. It was... enemy label has set up camp, and Asker faction name, Asker name def wants me to... Yep, no thanks. I pass on that bugfest. So Lucid is about 2/3 almost the way to get the Kodiak. It's pretty good. I'm also not going to need the fire foam popper in here because we're removing all the wood. So I'll put the popper in the kitchen because I would not want all my food to burn up. That would be really bad. Yeah, I usually use ambrosia as a trade material. It's actually pretty good as a drug because you can take it often, and it's, you know, it's not super addictive like yayo or flake or goat juice or wake up or any of that stuff, where the safe interval is 0. In RimWorld, there's essentially two types of drugs. Drugs that you have to take multiple times to become addicted, and drugs that are addictive the first dose. And first dose addiction drugs, you really do have to be careful of, because, you know, unless you want everyone to be addicted. But, you know, using drugs over and over and over again in RimWorld will eventually lead to organ damage, depending on the drug. Oh, Kadath, you, for all your gifted subs, I did not give you a sleeping spot, but you are giving me milk, which I have no space for. We'll get a colonial meal out here. This is looking good. It's already very impressive. Alright, come on, Lucid. I believe in you. Get that Kodiak researched. Keep a couple kidneys when you have chemically fascinated pawns. That makes sense. Just have some backups. I did not reset the traveler's meals preference, so I did just that now. If they want to eat that food poisoned pemmican, I mean, power to them. I wouldn't eat it. But if they want to run that risk, cool. I could move the PEM out of the freezer. This is not a terrible idea. Have it swapped with the corn. I'm probably going to have a massive amount of corn loss. But I have dedicated civilians growing, so it's not a problem. It's fine. That's not so fine. Let's work on a landing pad for the Kodiak. So I would say, because the Kodiak is going on trade missions a lot, or like resource missions, I'm going to put the landing pad roughly here. Let's move the max accelerator turret, I don't know, near the front gate area. And once I have a reliable, renewable source of plasteel, I can consider more turrets, if you all feel like I need that. So for Kodiak... Oh, I do need prefab. Sorry, glitch. Back to the prefabs. I want to wall it off so it can't get destroyed, so that it's more secure. So I'll put a door here, and then have like a little landing area in this spot. Probably moving, what is this supposed to be? Slag? Okay, yeah, I'll move the slag to here. Naming my zones now. Okay. Butchery. Met corpses. I think that's all. Oh no, chunks. Stockpile 1. And dump 1. Good. Everything's named. So that's my little Kodiak landing pad. Once the plants are cut up, I will put rubber tiling down. And hope that my pilot steers carefully as to not hit the walls. But it's just so that if I end up with a raid, they can't, like, waltz in to where my Kodiak is housed and break it. Which would be really, really, really bad. I don't have chemfuel refining yet, but I can include it in the next poll. Oh, there we go. We are missing... I have the material, but that is really nice. Look at the beauty of that bad boy. I know I didn't poll for that, but, you know, I had the material. Why not? Looks like we're also getting this insect death trap going. Which is funny, because we've been mining up the Ezo like crazy, and we have had no bugs over there. The Kodiak uses Ezo as a propellant or whatever. It's pretty inexpensive as long as you have Ezo like this, like a ground supply of Ezo. But if you rely on other methods to get Ezo, it could get pricey to keep that operational. All right, Trustin. So this is a nice Lancer trap. Perfect. And if I really want it deadly, what I would do, once I have the ability to make IEDs, is to put incendiary IEDs here, and it will absolutely decimate anything that stacks there. Where are my growers? Why aren't we plant cutting here? All right, Shellbell, I'm gonna have to... Oh, because they're sowing? Don't sow anymore. I think it's too late in the season. It's almost fall. Heal root's probably fine, but everything else probably shouldn't be sown. Hey, go Frenzy for glitch. If only it was a work Frenzy. I could do ship landing beacons here, just for funsies. Maybe when I have an excess of power, I'll put ship landing beacons in there and make the landing zone look a little different. That also reminds me of something that I hadn't done, which is a bait beacon. So let me plop a bait beacon out here. Here we go. You gonna remind another streamer the bait beacons work? Yeah, it's easy to forget that that's a thing. Also, it only really works for a third of pod attacks, because you have pod attacks that target randomly, scattering everywhere. You have pod attacks that target individuals, unless they're under overhead mountain, and then you have pod attacks that target your beacon. So it works a fraction of the time as a result. But it's still worth having, because if you can avoid pod drops... It's actually something that happens to a lot of new players, because new players will put their only trade beacon that isn't a bait beacon in their stockpile, and then their stockpile gets pod drop raiders. And new players probably think the stockpile gets pod drop raiders because the stockpile has resources and wealth in it, but that's not the case. It got pod dropped because of the beacon. And Alliance Kodiak is done! Did we poll for what was next? I don't think I did. So... here you go. There it is. And I'm going to start researching Ezo. But you guys can pick another choice if you want. So, 15 advanced components and 100 prefab. That's not what I thought it cost, but okay. That's still a lot of plasteel in advanced components, but we'll get it on that. So I should stop building things so that I can build up a supply of prefab. So keep using it up. Oh, also, don't build a roof there. Actually, don't build a roof on any of it. Jordanus, thank you for the resub, and Sajuka, welcome to the chat. Man, this last yak, not having it. Doesn't want to join. Saying no. You left him unconscious. Did you bite him? No, maybe that's an old... I think that's an old scar. Well, this is one way to train medical, I guess. But picking a fight with the pacifist that won't fight back, yeah, man, when you're high on all drugs is kind of a bird culture move. I will say it like that. Oh man, you actually almost killed him. You almost ripped off his leg and torso. Yeah. That's not cool. Alright, Ezo looks to be the goal. So the current priority is build a Kodiak and research Ezo. Element 0. Uh-oh, what's happening? A fallen shuttle. I'm going to wait all 2.9 days and accept it right at the end so that I'm more likely to have a Kodiak built in time. Where is all of my prefab components going? Seriously, Glitch has been making them full-time here, and I have 0. What are we even building? I straight up don't know. This isn't me being coy. I legitimately have no idea where they're going. Someone is eating components. We've got a Cylon in our midst or something. I don't know, man. Well, okay, all right. Oh, hold on. Who's holding them? Who has my components? So it's going out here. Okay. That makes sense. Bait beacon is legit. We want a bait beacon. And now it's done. So the way bait beacons work... Oh, we have drifters. Do we accept the refugees? Even if they might be spies? Yes or no? It'd be up to you. So the way the bait beacon works... I know I explain this like once every other miniseries. Let me look at the infographic that I have to make sure I don't have it wrong, because it's actually way more complicated. So when raiders pod attack you, they can either attack a pawn, attack an orbital trade beacon, or scatter randomly. So I'm only going to really cover if they attack an orbital trade beacon. So if they attack an orbital trade beacon, the first thing that it asks, is there's an unroofed beacon with an adjacent unroofed cell? And if yes, land at the first installed beacon that fits that criteria. So if you take a look at my bait beacon over here, it is unroofed and has an adjacent open cell. In fact, I should probably colonial tile it up so that a tree can't grow there, because then it's not a valid bait beacon anymore. So the oldest beacon, whether it's powered or not, doesn't matter. The oldest beacon on the map that is installed, unroofed, and has an adjacent open cell is the lure. So if I wanted to, not that there's any orbital trades in this series, but if I wanted to do a regular orbital trade beacon for my my colony here, which I might actually need if I call in favors from New Canton, because favors cost silver, and I would need silver in the trade area. So maybe I'll actually install this. I'll put that there. This beacon here is not the pod trap beacon, provided that this beacon stays intact. That's how the bait beacon works. And then it gets a little bit more complicated, because if there's not a bait beacon that is unroofed with an adjacent open cell, it asks if there's a powered beacon or comms console. And if there is a powered beacon or comms console, it picks one of those at random that has open space near it. So you can get pod drop raiders that land at your comms console if you don't have a bait beacon. And if there's not a powered beacon or comms console, it then looks for colonist buildings and then picks a kind of a random building to drop on. And if there's not any colonist buildings, it just drops randomly on the map. So that's sort of the order of operations of how bait beacons work. So as long as you have a unroofed with open adjacent access, it works. And it looks like, I'll put one more minute on the refugees, but it looks like we might be inviting 7 refugees. I hope they like corn. Or whatever corn mush that we eat. Corn mush. Alright, Glitch, you're gonna work on your prefabs up to 13. Also, don't think it would be a terrible idea for me to start saving up blocks to redo the dining room. Such intense music when nothing's going on. Alright, I am going to force slate once Icarus is done with that. So that I can get the new dining room. It's a tie. I'm gonna flip a coin. Heads is we accept them. Tails is I don't. It is heads. I accept them. I wish it was tails, but the coin don't lie, and I've never lied on the coin's behalf. So, I will name them after you. So there's an advantage to this, which is that there's 7 more people to be named. Tucker, Caro, Ram, Oss, Carlotta, Kearns, and Riley. I'm going to put you at the end of my roster. And I got my eye on you, because you're probably Blue Sun or Eclipse or something. And you're probably going to try to kill me. But the problem is, not a single one of you is a sorry, so I don't think there's going to be any biotics. So we have Body Pure, Sanguine, liked to play with animals. Don't know why I said it like that. Kearns, Depressive, Abrasive, Intellectual. Hey, we have a brainy. That's what I call them now. Carlotta, Beautiful, Nimble, Minor, Social, also kind of intellectual. Caro, Psychopath, Hypersensitive. So you're the Jack of the group. See, I work in Mass Effect. Yeah. Tucker, Industrious, Pessimist, Nimble, also animals. Ram, Beautiful, Jogger, Psychopath, Cooking, Art. They're also all of a wrong ideology, but who cares? And then we do have an artist, Oss. So Oss, I'm going to put you to work as an industrious artist. I'm going to commission the ever-loving bejesus out of you, and you're going to make a lot of art, because that's what I do here. In fact, hold on, let me, so I'm not spending all day setting up their bills, I'll just copy, paste, 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 paste. You do research, you do art, you do mining, you do construction, you do cooking, and we're good. So 7 bedrooms, huh? There's actually a reason for me not to use these bedrooms here. Hear me out. Because if I use these bedrooms, and I set them up as bedrooms, if I get one of those quests to expand, I can't use the bedrooms that I already have laid out. So, in other words, these dudes are going to have to be in a barracks. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to use my best constructor to set these barracks up. Unfortunately, it's going to completely obliterate my my prefab again. I just can't seem to stockpile the prefab. No matter what I do, it just doesn't happen. And any of the really good beds, I'm going to swap out for... God, I'm already out of prefab material. I'm going to swap out for my own people. I'll take the better beds. Poor Glitch is just like, dude, why? Their ideology does not allow bed sharing. Sucks to you guys. Os, you were invited here to construct. How are you failing? You must have health conditions. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you do. Oh, yeah. All right. You are no longer constructing. Because you're 94? How are you even alive? Hey, we got another yak. So there's yet another thing for us to raffle. So there's 8 things to raffle here. So good luck to you in 1 minute and 12 seconds. Look at his immune system. What immune system? Actually, blood filtration and pumping are fine. So, fair play. Glitch. Yeah, you're still at it. And they're here for 13 days. Kind of a while. Population is really burgeoning here. That's another excellent. I should probably take the excellence for myself. Yeah, I'm going to take the excellence for myself. Because I'm a greedy boy. Also allow me to do more work. Oh, this is another excellent. I could give it to Icarus. But Icarus likes simple beds, so I'm not going to. Alright, Yak is going to be first, because we know the Yak is permanent. So, Kargan the Barbarian, you are a milk yak. And then a little reminder, use the character channel point redemption if you want to change your name or whatever. And then, from Riley, going right to left to right, we have got Honorisu. I'll just double name for now. If you want to change it, you can. Dennis Keith. Gonna call you Dennis. Carlotta is gonna be Micklemoose. Hope you guys don't betray me. We got a Sujuka. We have got a Camilla. Okay, Lord Sydney. And last but not least, Kriv. Kriv, you are a 94-year-old frail, decrepit old man Long may you live. And I think these guests are going to have some major breaks. That's another one. Another excellent. I guess I could give that to Dennis. And then the good beds are being installed for my Marines. So this here is going to be for Shellbell and Trustin. And then this one will be for Rager and Glitch. Okay, they all have beds. Kriv, you need more like a casket, but whatever. We'll give you a bed for now. I should start to take bets on will Kriv even live the 13 days. That's too grim. That's grim even for me. Kriv, enjoy permanent recreation. Because honestly, 94 years, I think you deserve it. Live out your golden year that you have left in life to the fullest of your enjoyment. And, yeah. That's all I will say. When does Kriv croak? Prediction. I will do it. Will Kriv survive the 13 days? Yes or no? I'm going to put 5 minutes on that prediction. I hope he doesn't die in the next 5 minutes, because that's going to really mess up the poll, the goal, whatever it is. Like, if anyone has a social fight with Kriv and flicks him, he's going to freak and die. The other thing I'm going to do, because we have the material for it, is I'm going to start making fine meals with the cooks that I just imported. So let me lay out my cook zone here to accommodate meals a little bit more easily. So this will be a preferred zone for non-pack of survival meals. And then, oh, we're making a colonial meal. So here's a colonial meal if we manage to see who eats that, because people are going to like that. And then we'll have a high priority meat. I'm just going to do all raw. And then high priority veg. Or important. I figure that I have so much manpower that eating sludge is probably not necessary anymore. And it will go a long way if I just keep people happy with proper meals. So why not? I don't have a lot of meat, but, you know, I have a lot of guns. So if I need more meat, I just shoot it. Oh, a milk zone. Yes. Let's put a milk zone here. I can't wait until 1.4 when I can just have shelves. And that will allow me to make the colonial meal. So whoever eats this colonial meal is going to be happy. They really, it is not balanced. And definitely in my favor. I am getting a lot of Drell. Let's see, what is the proportion? I have 4 Drell, 2 Asari, or 3 Asari, and then 4 humans. It's really pretty balanced, actually. It's really pretty balanced. One of the advantages is the colonial expansion quest that I have, these. I've set them up for an equal percentage of Drell, Asari, and humans, but only if you use my modified version. If you don't use my modified version, that's not true. You'll only get humans. So if you want Drell and Asari through that colony expansion quest, download from Rhadamant.com the version I made, because that will allow you to have Asari and Drell, which I figure you might want. So I have 10 prefab components. Man, getting the components for this ship is brutal. Maybe one of them smiths. Yeah, you know what, Dennis? I'm going to allow you to smith for me, or with me. And I'm going to double up the bills so that Dennis can help to make prefab components and regular components and everything. So Dennis... Oh, and you also are the researcher. Dang. I'll put other people as research. You're actually useful. You're depressive and abrasive, so I hope you stay away from everybody else, but at least you're going to be useful. Is there a Mass Effect mod for Kenshi? No, I'm assuming. That's a pretty weird question. Nope, not you, Glitch. Sorry. Not you, Lucid. People that can shoot. Just you two. Power couple team hunt. Really? You're not even pissed at me? I am shooting at you. I guess Trustin has really high shoot stealth. Wow. Okay, we're just murder it outright. Brain or heart? Brain. I'll let you know Milk Zone is the name for my VP channel Discord. You're not supposed to talk about that. Very personal. So I have 24 hours left on the Fallen Shuttle quest. I'm going to wait maximum amount of time, which means I'm going to forget. So you guys are my brain. You remind me that I have a quest that has a timer and not to let it time out. Another thing I'm going to do here is... Oh, shoot. Doesn't fit. I want to double up my wind power. Because, well, that won't work there. Because wind power... there is no Mass Effect equivalent of wind power, which means I'm not violating the rules by making turbines. Maybe I don't want them there. You know what I could do? I automatically cut any trees that get planted in here, right? Because of the whatever it's called, the man, my words. This is what happens when you stream for as many hours as I streamed straight in a row. I will put wind turbines. Maybe not up against the fence. Here, actually, that is a tactic that people use in real life with livestock that eats things like goats or whatnot. Because one of the benefits of using animals like this is that they will keep your turbines and solar panels from being blocked by plants and the like. So I'm taking a page out of real life. Pasture. Thank you. Thank you, Crimson. Look at all the work. Oh, no, don't put meat out there. Oh, well. Electric fence now? Indeed. Maybe to promote plant growth, I will... Let me go to the haul tool. I'll haul all the chunks out of here. That way there's more to graze on. Because I have so much manual labor right now that there's like no disadvantage for me to queue a whole lot of chunks to be hauled. Because we'll just move the chunks down here and then cut them. I am low on steel. I just noticed. Oh. Curve is sad wandering. At 1 mile an hour. Mysteria, thank you for the sub. I think I'm going to go for the guaranteed steel source here. I said I wasn't going to need it. It seems like I am wrong. I am going to want it eventually. So I'm going to plan out where the steel is and then mine do it through the tunnels. Because that's a lot of underground steel that I can put to work. Can anyone cook lavish meals? They can, but I'm probably not going to go full lavish just because it doubles my food calorie requirements, and it could be risky if I have a bad winter or something, if toxic fallout, etc. It could go wrong. I think the prefab lights are, what, 13 range? Not that you guys would know. Let me check that. I'd also like to, if I'm putting a massive tunnel here, to illuminate the tunnel so that we move faster. I know I have 8 in-game hours left. Thank you for the reminder, Turtle. I really do depend on it. I'm easily distracted. And I'm juggling a lot of tasks. I know it sounds like an excuse, and it is. All right, let's see if putting the light there illuminates that properly. Riv, you're starving? All right, it's close enough. I'm going to accept it. So I have 8 days to get out there. Okay. And then I have a certain amount of time to get out to the hostage. 4 days. So I'm really hoping that this Kodiak moves along. So is that illuminated? It is. Lit 32%. So perfect. I will set this up. So all I have to do is another light somewhere around here. And then set it up so that the tunnels are adequately illuminated so that we move around in it quicker. The music does not make me feel safe. We are at full hours, so don't worry about donating up top. In fact, how about I hide that so that you're not even encouraged? I mean, you're welcome to, but it is not going to change the time. I'll probably go overtime as I usually do, just with whatever endurance that I have left over. But you don't have to pay for it. Cheers. No, Kilgore, you don't have to pay for it. Don't do it. The Great Expansion. Oh, we have 3 Drell. Okay, what is going on? It's the Drellpocalypse here. That is a lot of Drell. But these are permanent colonists, so that's better than the temporaries that we had before. The issue that I have right now is I have a pretty limited amount of steel. So, in fact, I have 0 available to me right now. Hoopskies. That's not good. So I am going to drill it over here. Dragonite, thanks for the gifted subs, and Kilgore. Man, you guys are in unison. I really meant it. Like, once I hit the amount of time, don't sweat it. I do this because I love it to do it. Right, let's go ahead and get Operation Need My Steel. That sounds dirty. Operation Mine It? No. Hey, it's a boost train. This is my second boost train. There's 300 steel in the mountain. Where? What? Was there? Yeah, there's steel here. I think all the mountain steel I've already mined. Should I dig a pre-grave for Kriv? There was the mining spot. Do we want to kill 17 people? I don't know. Do we go to the temp site for steel? The only hesitation I have here that I want to announce ahead of time is if these refugees betray me and I send a sizable amount of my own forces out to go to deal with the temporary site, I could be seriously screwed back home because I don't have turrets and I have a lot of civilians that need protection. So I'm happy to do it if you guys vote for it. I'm just saying that it might not be like the safest idea, but I like unsafe ideas sometimes. So, whatever. All right, build the roof so that we don't short circuit everything. And then these fusion cells are self-powered. So hopefully it keeps the deep drill in business for a bit. Yeah, I think it's actually gaining power, or at least breaking even, which is pretty gnarly. Woo, party lights. So, Rager, that's all you, dude. Dudette. I'm going to force Rager over here, even though it's towards the end of the day, because I need my steel. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Outpost Zero, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 15th and October 16th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that this was a one-time streamed mini-series. If you would like to catch live streams of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons and Twitch subscribers, and also viewers like you that made it all the way to the credits. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Adios, my fellow Pathfinders.